The backfield of R Farms in Nottoway County is where Roger Reynolds spent nearly every morning for 40 years.
Well, I still catch myself wanting to turn to come down here.
But this past year,
Whole lot less to do.
it became a space where he was no longer needed.
Everything you did, your life is just turned upside down.
March 13th, 2023, the day Reynolds and 50 other farmers across Central Virginia received a letter from Tyson Foods. It explained the processing plant was closing and their contracts would be bought out.
Everybody was like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna pay the bills?
Reynolds was forced to halt operations. He even had to lay off his daughter.
It's just being taken away from us and not knowing kind of what's coming next.
The heir to his fourth generation farm.
The first few months was terrible.
Uncertainty and fear hung over R and every chicken farm in the area.
Look at 4 houses empty at you every morning. It's very difficult.
But Reynolds and 33-year farmer Pete Watson weren't going to let their farms die without a fight.
I've called everybody I know to call.
Watson and a handful of other farmers, with some help from the state, joined forces to create the Central Virginia Poultry Cooperative, a group dedicated to keeping chicken farming in Virginia's heartland.
So we've got interest in the area.
That interest just landed them a new deal, a decade-long egg production contract with Indiana-based Dutch Country Organics.
I think this is a golden opportunity.
And we're gonna do commercial eggs, organic eggs and eating eggs.
But the change from chickens to eggs won't come without challenges.
It will cost more to convert 2 houses than it cost when I built all 4 of these.
Inside Reynolds' broiler houses,
Everything in here will have to come out.
the 62-year-old has to ask his bank for over $2 million to pay for new equipment.
I don't want to reinvest and go out on a limb again at my age, but what choice do I have if I want to? I can either store round bales in them or convert them and put poultry back in them.
The Poultry Co-op, which is made up of these men and women in yellow shirts,
Yokes.
is small now.
And hopefully this thing will go from this size to this big.
But Supervisor John Work says it's helping save Nottoway's economy.
It would have been a monumental collapse. To see our farmers be able to breathe again, now that gives us relief.
Chicken farming makes up 80% of Nottoway's agriculture exports, its largest industry.
You may say it was only 1 year loss, but you're talking about the interest that develops from that revenue loss as well. So it could, something that happened a year may push you back a year and a half, 2 years.
Rourke is confident the county will rebound thanks to these farmers.
They were not going to be defeated.
Because while change
So this is a big turn from what we've been doing.
isn't always welcome in rural Virginia,
It's a whole different world.
eggs will keep Reynolds' farm and his family. Reynolds plans to have his houses converted and full of thousands of chickens laying at least 62,000 eggs a day by the end of 2024. Now, because of this change in partnership with Dutch Country Organics, both Reynolds and Watson are confident their farms will be around for their children to take over. In studio, I'm Caroline Colburn, CBS 6 News.